Hello again. Just wanted to follow up on the previous video to show you an example of what I'm looking for when you are going through your rough draft. And I'm actually using the essay that is the student example essay. And with any essay, it is never perfect. There are always ways to revise. And so I've taken that essay and we're going to go through some of the steps and I'm going to show you some of the things that you need to have in your uh, rough draft when it comes to revisions. And one of the first things that you'll notice in this particular essay is that the heading, and I want to make sure you understand that everything in your essay is to be double spaced. And so you can look at the spacing on here and you can see exactly how it needs to look so that when you do your final copy, you can just mimic this one. Notice that you have your name at the top, then what kind of essay it is, you're an English Comp 1, and then put the date. Then you'll also center the title. Notice that the first word or the first letter of each word is capitalized in that title. And notice everything is double spaced. There's not quadruple spaces, there's not triple spaces, there's not single spaces. Everything is double spaced, so you're going to want to make sure that you do that. Now, as we move on to the revision requirements, I want to point out a few things. And I've marked up the first page of the essay, and that's really all I've done here. Because I think within one page I can show you exactly what we need to have done to that rough draft, and then you can make some self-improvements on those essays. One of the things that you'll notice here is that I have highlighted the first word of every sentence. And the reason that we do this is we want to make sure that we're not continually using the same structures over and over again. And you'll notice for the most part, uh, there is some variety in those sentence beginnings. So really that's pretty good. The next thing that you'll notice here is that we have highlighted in green, we have highlighted the verbs. One of the things that we want to make sure when we take a look at verbs is whether or not they're active, whether or not they invoke the senses. Uh, are they active in nature, or do they just tell us that something has happened? So we want to make sure that we've analyzed that and make sure that we're not using the same verb structures over and over again as well. A couple of the other things I want to point out here as far as highlighted information, you'll notice in this essay, this writer used second person you or your. That is not something that I want you to do. In fact, if you take a look here, what you'll notice is that I have highlighted those, and basically that means those need to be changed. And one way that you can change that, and it's really pretty easy, uh, basically you'd say free to visit my best friend who lives on the next block. Ah, the smell of the air breeze ruffling my hair as I float along on a fast flying cloud, because this is a narrative and you can see they've already used the pronoun I, and so we want to make sure that we're very consistent throughout the essay. Another example that I want to point out is the very first word of this sentence is but, and that is a coordinating conjunction. We don't use coordinating conjunctions to begin sentences, so we want to make sure we eliminate that. You'll also notice that I've crossed out it wasn't, because that's one of those, what we call those dummy structures, and we're going to have to get rid of that. And so again, we're going to have to restructure sentences in order to make that happen. You can see out on the right hand side here, I've also made several comments throughout. You'll notice that I've noted the number 9. That actually should be written out in word form because of the nature. It's one syllable. Brush up on your rules for numbers if you're not aware of those. Also, you'll notice throughout I've also pointed out where maybe a comma needs to be. We have a transitional word here instead, comma. It was, and again, we're going to have to eliminate this it was and restructure that sentence. You'll notice I also highlighted the word get. Words like get, got should be eliminated because they really aren't very descriptive in nature, and so we want to make sure that we are able to basically change those. Now, one thing that you'll notice here, I've noted this in this particular thing, free from the confines of the yard, free to escape from mom. You'll notice the word escape instead of get away. Just a little bit stronger structure there. Again, you'll notice words like things. That's a word that we should probably look at trying to be more descriptive. And if you'll notice, I put improved word choice. And so what are those things that we are describing there. So make sure that you're making those adjustments as well. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what you need to do on your rough draft, and then the kinds of things that you're going to need to do to make adjustments to that final copy, to remove or change these structures that are noted in the revisions. Uh, Thank you for your time, and hopefully you can use this as a great tool in the revision process. Thank you.